Hey, how's it going? We're going to be changing the motor oil in my 2018 Audi S5. It's the B9 model. Right now I'm letting it warm up. I want the viscosity or the engine oil to get a little bit looser, more fluid, so we can suck it out a little bit easier. Before you get started, it's important to have the right tools and the right parts. So we start off with Mobile One Advanced Fuel Economy, fully synthetic. It takes the 0W20, and I got a oil filter from Audi, which will be really easy to change. We're going to change that out through the top. And what makes this job super easy is we're going to be using this pump, and we're actually going to pump the oil out through the dipstick versus getting out underneath the car. So yeah, this is a very easy job. It can save you about $120 to $140. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're letting that engine oil warm up a little bit. All right, so the engine is turned off and the motor oil is now warmed up. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove this piece of plastic that serves no purpose. Set it aside. We're looking for this little guy right here. Just going to kind of twist it, pull it out. Hopefully, there we go. Yeah, it should look like this when you pull it out. That's the dipstick right there. That's where your engine oil is going to go in. I'm going to go ahead and take this off too. Set it aside. Check the gasket. Looks pretty good. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. Now we're going to pump out the oil, the motor oil. This is the cool part that does take a little bit of time, but at least we don't have to get underneath the car. Okay, so I have my pump assembled. And there's the hose, and then I have the dipstick attachment down here. So I'm going to take this hose. It's got a little kink in it. And my intent is to get it all the way in. Get as deep as I can. Get all the way down there. Yeah, I might have to like jerk it around a little bit. Get it down at the bottom of the engine oil pan. Here you can see the oil is now flowing. There it goes. Start to see it accumulate at the bottom. Yeah, usually you can see that dark color going through the tube. That means the oil is flowing. So we'll give this some time and check back in. Yeah, it's flowing quite well now. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes and it is now full. This thing is actually full of oil, even though it doesn't look like it. I checked it, it's all the way to the top. And basically looking through the line, moved it around, and yep, that's an empty. Just gonna be real careful pulling it out. We got an empty oil. The crank is now empty of oil. So now we're gonna take off the oil filter. I know it's not the greatest light here, but it's right here. And usually you use a 32-inch socket, which unfortunately I don't have. So I'm gonna use a crescent wrench and try my best not to strip this thing. It's a pain in the butt to do it this way, but I don't have my tools right now. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. There it goes. Yep, so this will take me a while. Should I have my socket set? I'll go ahead and put the dipstick piece back in so I don't forget about that. right back in the hole. That's back in. Alright, so this part's going to be a little bit messy. Instead of shop towels, I got paper towels. Just try not to get engine oil all over the block, or try to keep it as clean as possible. Out. That's a really cool design. The Germans did a good job here. Job, Volkswagen. Yeah, it's just that's the filter, and that's the part we're gonna replace. Just comes out somehow like that. Get to keep the cap. Keep the cap, but this filter is what we're gonna dispose of. All right, so this is the new oil filter right here from Volkswagen. Or made by Volkswagen. I got it at the Audi dealership. Don't have the part number handy, but it comes with a new filter and a new O-ring or new gasket. So we're gonna take that puppy off too. So I'm gonna try to keep this clean as possible. So right there. Keep the gasket in here. And you should use like a flathead screwdriver to get the old gasket off. Can't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Or make a mess. Oh boy. Goes the old one. We're gonna throw that away, and we're gonna put the new one back on. Slide my hands, pull it up here, right to the last ring. There we go. Come on, there we go. Nice. Okay, the O-ring's in. And we put the filter back in. Yep, right way. There we go. Nice and tight. And just back in. Yeah, several manufacturers are putting the oil filter back on top, which makes it a lot easier to change. So I'm just hand tightening it back in. I'm gonna get my crescent wrench, finish the job. I don't have my torque wrench, so I'm gonna have to just, I get 25 Newton meters. Oh boy, what is that in pounds? Pound-feet torque. Hey Siri, how much is 25 Newton meters in foot-pounds? So we're going clockwise this time with the crescent wrench. Again, I don't know exactly what the torque is. I know it's 25 Newton meters, which means 1 meter out from the pivot point, which it's about a meter. You want to put 25 newtons of force. In America, we usually use pound-feet, foot-pounds, whatever. It's been a while since I took statics and engineering at Purdue. Moments. All right, 25 Newton meters, supposedly. All right, now we're ready for the oil. Gotten motor one, 0W20, I think. Yep, 0W20. I'm gonna take this off, put someplace where you won't lose it. I'll probably lose it. I do not have the cone that helps you from creating a mess. And again, this takes about 7.5 quarts, if I recall. So this is, how many? 5 quarts. So it's gonna take 2 bottles. Not 2 whole bottles, but try to get it in there as best I can. Fresh engine oil. Oh, oh shit. Too fast. All right, now we're on to the second bottle of motor oil, Mobile One motor oil. If you didn't know, there's a little gauge back here that tells you how many quarts or liters. So quarts is which side? Okay, so liters is the left. These lines are liters. This side's the quarts. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we only want to put in 2.5. So when we pour, we want to go down, there's 1. We want to get it right about there. So it's probably hard to see. It's actually a line that shows you where the motor oil is. You can see it kind of moving there at the top. So yeah, 2.5. So I have to stop and check it. Try to get it as close as I can. Stop and check. Done. 1. Yeah, we got 1 more liter to go, or 1 more quart, sorry. Stupid imperial system. Stop. Should be put on a flat ground. Looks like we've done about 2. It's got half left. Stop, check it. Perfect. About perfect. All right, so we're gonna close this up. I'm gonna save it for our next oil change next year. You only have to change this oil every 10 to 12,000 miles, which is great. Great way to save some money. Then I'm gonna take my shop towels, i.e. paper towels, clean the mouth of this, get all the oil up. See if we have any leaks. Alright, so now we're checking for any leaks. Right here, nothing there. This is the oil. This is the oil filter. Dipstick is right. Dipstick is right here. Any leaks? Pretty good. Last, we put this beautiful piece of plastic that says TFSI. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Turbo Fuel Sport Injection. I don't know. Engineers and their acronyms. These guys are idiots. That's it. We've successfully changed the motor oil on our Audi S5 and probably saved ourselves $130 just by doing a little bit of learning. And just, you know, it's probably about a 30-minute job all said and done. Peace out.